Alrighty, King Fight News. Let's talk about UFC 207. Salaries are out, and publicly disclosed. Ronda Rousey is going to make $3 million in this pay-per-view matchup with Amanda Nunes. The champion is only making $100K for this pay-per-view main event, UFC 207. That's right. I just said Ronda Rousey is set to make $3 million in the fight. $3 million. And is a slight favorite going into this fight. And while the champion Nunes is slated for an $100,000 purse, and if she wins, she's eligible for a win bonus. This is how the UFC works. This is how they screw you over. If she wins, she can double her money. She can double. So much is on the line for Amanda Nunes here. If you think about it, who's going to be hungrier going into this fight? The champion is actually more hungry in terms of doubling. Like, imagine if Ronda Rousey could double her money if she fucking regained her title. That would be incredible. But she's already making, I don't know, 30 times what her opponent is making. And it's amazing because she's nowhere near the level of Floyd Mayweather. But fortunately, she has attained the level to which she commands a price tag, and she is a draw. She has crossed over to the mainstream, and she can make a $3 million purse on a big UFC pay-per-view because UFC is giving the rest of their fighters fucking pennies. Johnny Hendricks, former welterweight champion, only making $100K for this fight against Neil Magny. Ray Borg, whoever the fuck his name is, $18K versus some guy Louis Smolka making $32K. These are guys these are purses that are really, I'm not gonna say unheard of, but are you talking about in a big boxing pay-per-view undercards? They make a heck of a lot more than 18 and 32K. If I could think back to let's say the Mayweather versus Canelo pay-per-view, that was a massive fight card, kind of like this one is, and Mayweather Canelo made tens of millions of dollars. Garcia and Lucas Matisse on the undercard, they made millions of dollars for that fight. That was a welterweight championship fight. And on even in those undercards, you had Ishe Smith versus, I believe it was like Mickey Bay or something. Ishe Smith had some fight, and I think he made some good money. He made at least 100K to 200K, and his opponent made solid money. And that's kind of what you see in boxing. So there is a big difference here, and to be honest, without the Ronda Rouseys and sort of the Floyd Mayweathers, the UFC will continue to underpay their fighters, and that's why Conor McGregor, credit to him, he's stepping up and trying to get his own ownership into UFC, and he's trying to get his own basically get some back end money, because I don't even think they get pay per views. I don't even know if I don't know, but I don't think they get a cut into that pay per view money, which is so crucial as a fighter, because you do not have the luxury of like say you get injured or you're hurt or you're knocked out or you're incompatible to fight, and you're forced to retirement. Say your eye gets fucked up, you're forced to retire. What are you gonna do? Is the UFC gonna take care of you? Are they gonna give you a job? No, you gotta keep fighting for them, or you gotta do something else. Are you gonna that's life of a fighter. That's the life of a fighter. But anyways, uh, you want to know more of these salaries? Dominic Cruz, credit to him, he's making 350K. He's making more than the fucking women's champion. And what I think he is. I think he is. I don't know if he's a title holder. I really don't. I haven't followed that. I know he used to be a champion, and yeah, no, apparently he is a champion of some. I don't know what division. There's been a lot of divisions UFC's been adding in, so I'm not sure which division Dominic Cruz is in. But I know he's a very good fighter, and I believe he did beat. I believe he beat. I think he's the only one to beat Mighty Mouse, Demetrius. That guy Demetrius. Forget his last name. Demetrius Johnson. I think that's it. Anyways, so yeah, Ronda Rousey making $3 million for the UFC 207 pay-per-view. That's a big payday. That's a real big payday. And this has been E King Fight News, guys. That's what it is. Let's check out the weigh-in for a minute. Awesome. The Lioness.